everyone, it's Kale here with the Luff Bros, and today is another exciting day because yesterday Evan and I received some fancy new boxes, and they just happened to be the new Blackfin Ultra paddleboards, the CXs, which I've been really excited to try out. It's like the old Blackfin, but smaller, lighter. We're gonna be able to chuck them in the airplane and take them wherever we're going. So I figured I'd do a little video just showing you the unboxing because it's like Christmas time for me. So hopefully you enjoy this. When these show up on your doorstep, it's a good day. And we're just gonna pop this baby open. So we're just using a Phillips screwdriver so I don't cut into anything I'm not supposed to. There you go. Lights, camera, paddleboard. Look at that. They're telling me to share the unboxing with my friends. That's exactly what we're doing. We're following protocol. And this is my first time seeing one of these. That is pretty sweet. Look at how small that is. Look, even the box has some personality. iROCKER is awesome. You, me, and the open waters. Let's go get it. Hashtag new SUP day. Gonna have to make sure I add that on there. This is what the new bag looks like. As you can see, it's much smaller than the previous bag. Has a little zip pocket on the side. It's also this new roll top, which I've seen this on the Cruiser, not on a Blackfin yet, and I quite like this design because you can just lay the bag down flat and it unzips like that, which just gives you access to everything all in one go. The pump is in here now that it's an electric pump, and your fins and your little patch kit, and look at that, a whole bunch of stickers. You gotta love iROCKER. This is what the electric pump looks like. Much smaller, obviously, than the hand pump, and you just plug it into the truck. Because I am Albertan, I drive a truck. We're just gonna put the hose on here and then fill this thing up. We also have the new hose in here. If you're inflating, I'd recommend attaching it to the inflate side of the pump. That would make sense. It just screws on there like so. Pretty self-explanatory. And if you're looking for the electrical plug, it's in this little side compartment, which I love because it packs away so nice. Now don't pull on this too hard because you don't want to break anything. There we go. Okay, and then in this bag, we've still got the leash. I would recommend, if you're going down lots of rivers and there's debris and whatnot, potentially getting a quick release leash. And then a little patch kit. Look at that, little Blackfin patch kit, which comes with your valve wrench and some chemical glue for repair of boat. Fantastic. And there's a couple little patches there too. Perfect. You also have a couple of little alligator clips so you can plug the pump in if you just have a battery and you don't have a 12 volt. Let's get this board unveiled. I'm excited. If you're having trouble setting up your paddleboard for the first time, this is like the IKEA furniture. It's actually a lot easier if you just read the quick start guide. So we're just gonna plug the electric pump into the truck. Fantastic. All right, let's see what this new board looks like. Make sure you recycle all this stuff. Let's see. Comes strapped up. You can keep this strapped too because you put the board away and use that to pack it even more tightly. And here is the new board. Hey, that looks pretty snazzy. I like the color too. I gotta say, iROCKER makes the best looking boards. But the first thing I'm noticing is obviously the board was folded in half when we took it out of the bag. Previous Blackfins, you just rolled up flat like this from the end. Now everything is offset to one side or the other so that you can fold it in half, and that's why it fits into such a small bag. The deck is now split into two sections. The carry handle is offset to one side, which I really like because I know a lot of people, especially shorter people, have trouble carrying these big boards because their arm doesn't wrap all the way around the board when it's inflated. So the carry handle is offset now, which makes it so much easier for shorter people because they don't have to reach halfway across the board when they're carrying it.
It works for me because I'm short and small.
So this board is 32 inches wide. The previous Blackfin X that I have been using for fishing and touring and all that stuff is 36 inches wide, so this is a lot narrower board. It's going to be less stable, but also a lot faster, which I actually prefer. Lengthwise, it's the same length as the old Blackfin X, 10 feet 6 inches. Even though it's 30% lighter, apparently the, what is it, crossthread drop stitch material that they're using is as strong as previous boards, so you get all the strength and reliability of the old Blackfins, and even the carbon rail in just a way more portable package. It's funny because like clearly all of this was designed to allow the board to fold in half and fit in a smaller bag, but a lot of the changes are actually really functional for other things too. Like, this is great. We've got it out of the bag. Let's pump this baby up. This is way too easy. I used to be against electric pumps because I actually personally like the workout and I like the portability of a manual pump, but I've used these for probably, I don't know, 3 months on the cruiser and the all around, and I've gotten used to them, which is why you might have noticed I don't have the guns I used to have because now I'm using an electric pump all the time. But anytime you fill this up, make sure that the valve's in the correct position, which means that it is springy like this. If it's locked down, that means that it's open, and when you pull off the hose from filling it, the air is just going to come right back out. The maximum pressure needs to be set on here. You can see on the board it's 12 psi to 16 psi. So on the pump, we're just going to hit this psi button, plus button. You'll see this start flashing. There you go. And then just keep hitting plus until you have the desired value of 16 psi, because the water is really cold here, and as soon as these boards hit the water they lose pressure. So there you go, 16 psi, and then just hit the auto button. Listen to how quiet that is. And this pump has 3 stages. It'll go from this kind of quiet centrifugal pump, I think, like high volume, to high pressure pumps, and that's when it starts to get a little bit louder. But while we're waiting for that to fill up, we may as well get out the paddle. So the new paddle is a 5-piece paddle, and that's because you need to be able to fit a paddle in a much smaller bag. It's all carbon fiber. That is the whole paddle. It's hard to believe that that turns into a paddle. Pretty snazzy. And I have noticed with these 5-piece paddles, because there are more connection points, they do tend to flex more, but for light duty paddling and all that, I think it will suffice just fine. I'd just be careful not to over torque this one. Might not be as tough. I think a necessary compromise to be able to fit all of this in that tiny little bag. Just pretty cool. I like these Blackfin stickers. I'm probably gonna stick some of these on my truck. Putting a sticker on it would be like, that's like putting a tattoo. I don't know if that's the right move or not. Right?
No, it's not.
Perfect. There's 16 psi. Just give it a twist. These are the fins. Standard iROCKER. They're my favorite fins on a paddleboard because they snap in so easily. There you go. There's the other fin. Another spare clip, so you get 2 of them. Throw out your garbage, folks. And then, hey, this is new. They have, what's this, a lock on it now. I haven't seen that before. Oh yeah, that's actually immensely satisfying. And now these, oh, I see, you can put it in and lock them into place. That's a new feature. I haven't seen that before. Cool. Those are secure. All right, so that's it. That's everything that comes in the box with a brand new Blackfin Ultra CX. I am excited to try this thing out, but that will be for the next video. So stay tuned and we'll do a full review of this board. Initial impressions though, pretty awesome. Love the electric pump. Love that it folds in half. The 5-piece paddle, the smaller bag. We can literally fit like 5 of these in the back of my truck right now. So I'm never gonna be without a paddleboard. And because they're lighter, we're gonna be able to sneak them into the airplane more frequently. We have extra payload. Payload's everything. These things are light. So that's it. That is the new iROCKER Blackfin. Wow, they're crazy light. Even with the paddle sitting on the board, this is so much lighter than the old Blackfin. I wouldn't be able to do this with the old Blackfin. So I'm excited to test this baby out. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned for the next video. Happy paddling.
Action.
Yeah. Recording that?
Oh, it's going.
Play spider bait. I learned that from Metallica. These paddles do make excellent air guitars. Not so good at air drums though. Boom.